You're about to learn something most guys never really figure out when it comes to women. And I know that sounds dramatic, but by the time you're done with this video, you'll actually know how to talk to women in a way that makes them remember you and want to hear from you again. Now picture this. It's you. And there's this girl you're going to talk to. You're probably wondering what to say, what to talk about, and how to keep things flowing without it getting weird or awkward. The first thing that trips most guys up is thinking way too much before they even speak. You don't need to plan every word. Before we get into how to talk to her, I want you to shift how you see things. That's step 1. Start by remembering that she's just a person. Nothing magical or untouchable, just a human being. Don't put her way up there in your mind just because she looks good. I know it's something you've probably heard before, but this time I want you to actually take it in. From now on, whenever you're talking to a pretty girl, I want you to think of me saying, hey, she's just a person. That's all. And here's another idea that might sound weird at first, but stay with me. You've got to see yourself as the one with the higher ground. I don't mean you treat her badly or act like a jerk. We'll talk more about what that really means later, but for now, I just want you to keep listening. When you're talking to a girl, her subconscious is quietly sizing you up. It's trying to figure out if you're the right kind of guy for her. And this isn't something she controls. It's more of a gut feeling than a thought. That radar in her head is always scanning without her even knowing it's on. If you've watched the other videos, then you already know that women are driven more by how they feel than by logic. They react to feelings first and think about it later. That's why attraction isn't really a choice for them, it just happens. And because of that, you can't convince a woman to like you with facts or achievements. You have to create the right feeling. Now, picture that radar again. Once you start talking, it lights up and starts scanning you. It doesn't care about what car you drive or what job you have. It's looking for certain signals. And if the radar likes what it sees, then she'll be into you, even if her brain is yelling no. That's how a lot of women end up falling for guys who treat them badly. Her head knows it's a mistake, but her radar doesn't care. So here's a fact I want you to keep in mind. Every girl out there, no matter what she does or how smart she is, has a deep instinct to find the right guy. And I know that goes against what we usually hear, but this isn't about society. This is about biology. She could be a rocket scientist, but her radar is still running in the background, scanning every man she meets. And it's not up to her to decide who the right man is. That radar does the picking. That radar looks for one big thing. Is this guy above me or below me? Does he act like he's the one with value, or does he act like he needs mine? If you carry yourself like someone who's already enough, just as you are, then the radar will start flashing green. And once that happens, you're in. I know that might sound a little strange or complicated, but stick with me. By the time we finish, you'll know exactly how this works, and you'll see why some women can't stop thinking about a guy even when he barely said much. Now, let's talk about how to make that radar light up the right way. We'll start with something small but powerful: body language. If you've looked at body language tips before, you've probably seen all kinds of advice. Keep your head up, don't cross your arms, don't put your hands in your pockets. Forget all of it, it doesn't help. Just focus on 3 simple things. First, never lean in when you talk. Most guys do this without even thinking, and it makes them seem too eager. Instead, lean back or stand your ground. Let her come into your space. That shift alone can make a huge difference. Second, if she says something you don't like or she's testing you, don't argue. You can playfully pull away instead. Say something like, yeah, I get it, I'm probably a little much for you anyway, and start to step away. She might chase after you or try to pull you back in. That's a good sign. Most attractive women are used to guys doing anything to keep the conversation going, but when you walk away, it shows you're not one of them. And third, the most important one is how you sit or stand or move. Think about how you'd act if you were hanging out with your best friend or your brother. You'd be relaxed, you wouldn't try to impress them, you'd just be yourself. Now imagine sitting next to someone super important. You'd probably sit up straight and act stiff and careful. Don't do that with women. Always go for comfort, always act like you belong there. So when you're with a girl, just sit in a way that feels natural. Lean back if it feels good, cross your legs or stretch them out. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. When you stop thinking about how you look and just enjoy the moment, that radar picks it up and says, this guy doesn't care what I think. And that's powerful. This isn't just about girls either. You can take this mindset into everything you do. Stop obsessing over how you're being seen. Just be okay with yourself. And you'll notice people responding to you in a whole new way. All right, now let's move on to what you actually talk about. I've got a simple formula for you. 50% of the conversation should be about her. 30% should be about whatever's going on around you, and only 20% should be about you. Here's why that works. The person who talks the most about themselves is usually the one trying to win approval. Think of a job interview. The person who needs the job does all the talking. Same idea applies here. If you talk less about yourself and more about her, you naturally seem more in control and less needy. So when you talk about her, ask her about the things that really matter, what she loves, what she hates, how she grew up, what she dreams about. Let her open up. People love to talk about themselves when they feel someone's really listening. Next, for that 30%, just talk about anything. Literally anything. Be casual. Say the first thing that comes to your mind. Joke around. Be silly. Don't try to be deep or interesting. Just treat the conversation like you're with a friend. If it goes off the rails, who cares? Let it. That's what keeps things natural and fun. Now for the last 20%. When you do talk about yourself, don't try to impress her. Don't list your wins. In fact, do the opposite. Tell stories where you mess up or do something dumb. Make fun of yourself a little. That shows her you're confident enough to laugh at yourself. That's rare, and people notice it. Another thing, don't spill everything about yourself. Keep mystery. If she asks what you do on weekends, you can say something playful like maybe something exciting, maybe just top secret. Keep it light and make her want to know more. Mystery always helps. Now, even if you do all this right, there's still one thing that might throw you off, and that's when she tests you. Her radar might push her to say or do something just to see if you'll break. These tests are normal, and they don't mean she's trying to be mean. It's just her way of checking if you're really as confident as you seem. Some people also call them shit tests, but I just call it a test. And all the women do this. And one more thing, we don't know when we're doing this. But the good news is I'll cover all those tests and how to handle them. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time on Untangle Life. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos.